How to select a LIMS consultant. There are a number of traits you should look for when selecting a LIMS consultant. This short video will review some of these traits and provide guidance on how to ensure that the LIMS consultants you engage have the right stuff. You're unlikely to engage a surgeon who has limited experience in the type of surgery that you require. The same is true for the LIMS consultant you engage. You want to ensure that the LIMS consultant has 1. Significant experience in the specific LIMS you are implementing, 2. A scientific background with real lab experience in the type of lab you are automating, and 3. Lab informatics expertise. This experience check is typically performed through a resume review followed by a technical interview. Experience is critical, but just as important is the outcome of past performances. You would surely want to know your surgeon's success rate for similar procedures. Likewise, for your LIMS project manager, you should find out whether previous projects were delivered on time, within budget, and to the satisfaction of the user base. In addition, it would be good to know whether the implementation delivered the expected business value. Performance outcome, the ability to deliver, is best determined through the interview and client reference check process. LIMS implementations, much like surgical procedures, are often complex. You demand the focused attention of your surgeon. You should demand the same of your LIMS consultants. You don't want your surgeon to hand off to an assistant midway through the procedure. Likewise, you don't want your LIMS consultant to be replaced with someone less skilled before the end of your project. You also need to be sure your LIMS consultants are dedicated to your project and not working on other things at the same time. To ensure high integrity engagement, include these constraints within your statements of work and hold the consultant or consulting company to them. You trust your hip replacement surgeon will utilize the technology that is best suited for you and not just the technology from the company he owns shares in. Similarly, you want your LIMS consultant's goals to be aligned with your goals and not the goals of the company that pays their salary. You want your LIMS consultants to balance out-of-the-box configuration with customization in order to realize the maximum business benefit of the selected technology. Client reference checks on recently completed projects are the best way to gauge trust levels. LIMS implementations, just like surgical procedures, are a team activity. Just as your surgery may struggle without the support of the entire operating staff, so will your LIMS project struggle without a high-performance LIMS team. You need to make sure that the experienced LIMS consultant you engage will not be a disruptive influence on the rest of the team, but will, in fact, be the ideal team player. The best way to do this is through reference checks, ideally with past team members. Finally, there will be times when even the most experienced LIMS consultant will be challenged by something they have not seen before. Just as you would expect your surgeon to consult with his or her peers, you should expect your LIMS consultants to seek support from their peers within their own organization. To determine whether this level of support is likely to be made available, understand how the consulting company is organized, what their core competencies are, and to what level their consultants are managed and supported. In summary, selecting LIMS consultants should be performed with similar rigor to selecting your surgeon. Sounds extreme, but selecting the wrong surgeon can result in living with a limp or even death. Selecting the wrong LIMS consultant can result in living with a poorly implemented LIMS or even project failure. For more information on how to select a LIMS consultant, click on the link below.